Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News fans. Peter Weber and Hannah Brown had an undeniable connection when he was a contestant on her Bachelorette season. He was one of the final 3 men. They famously hooked up multiple times in a windmill during their fantasy suite date. However, she felt stronger connections with Tyler Cameron and Jed Wyatt and sent Peter home. Hannah ultimately got engaged to Jed Wyatt, but the relationship was short-lived. So when Peter Weber was cast as the next Bachelor, she made an appearance on the show to rehash their connection. She turned down the opportunity to join his season. However, fans still think that Peter and Hannah are perfect for each other. But she's engaged and plans to marry Adam Woolard this summer. Several women from Peter Weber's season have gotten married since the show ended, but he's remained single. Until now. He debuted a new relationship on social media. Fans think his new girlfriend is Hannah Brown's twin. Bachelor Peter Weber hard launches new girlfriend. Peter Weber impressed viewers with his strategic gameplay on Season 2 of The Traitors. He didn't win the show, but he didn't let that stop him from joining another reality competition. He was announced as a cast member of the new NBC show Destination X. The Bachelor alum appeared on Ben Higgins and Ashley Iconetti's Almost Famous podcast in early June to promote the show. When the conversation turned to his love life, Peter Weber dropped a bomb. "I am not single anymore," he teased, without revealing too many details. But now the cat is out of the bag. He took to Instagram on June 28th to hard launch the new relationship. "Worth the wait," he captioned the photo with his new girlfriend, Brooke Sill. She's an actress who has appeared in Stranger Things and Outer Banks. Fans think she's a Hannah Brown's twin. Peter Weber's last public romance was with Kelly Flanagan, a contestant on his season of The Bachelor. They broke up for good in 2023 after years of dating on and off. His social media followers flooded the comments with congratulations, but many people couldn't help but notice how much his new girlfriend looked like his ex. "Why did I think this was a throwback with Hannah? She looks like Hannah B. I thought this was an old photo of you and Hannah. Is this Hannah 2.0? Uncanny. OMG, I thought that was Hannah. She could be Hannah Brown's twin." He didn't respond to any of the comments comparing the two women. He said on the podcast that the relationship is still new. Bachelor Nation fans will see more of Hannah Brown on the upcoming season of Bachelor in Paradise. Do you agree that his new girlfriend is a Hannah Brown lookalike?
Pilot
Let us
Pete's
know in the
second
comments.
chance? Bachelor Peter Weber dating Hannah Brown's twin? Déjà vu or destiny? It had been 3 years since Peter Weber, the charming pilot from The Bachelor Season 24, left the reality spotlight with a suitcase of regrets and a whirlwind of romantic misfires. From his infamous final rose chaos with Hannah Ann, to the rekindled flame with Madison Pruitt, and a brief romance with contestant Kelly Flanagan, the world had seen Peter's love life hit turbulence again and again. But today, Peter was back in the headlines, not for rekindling things with any former flame, but for stepping out hand in hand with a mysterious woman bearing an uncanny resemblance to the Bachelorette's Hannah Brown. Fans did a double take. Was that the Hannah B? No. It was her twin, or so the internet called her, and her name was Hallie Brooks. The girl who wasn't on the show. Hallie Brooks wasn't part of Bachelor Nation, at least not officially. A 28-year-old former Miss Alabama runner-up, Hallie was a private flight attendant, whose photos had once gone viral for looking eerily like Hannah Brown. Same blonde waves, same dimpled smile, even the southern charm. Identical. She could be Hannah's long-lost sister, fans often said on TikTok. But Hallie had stayed away from reality TV. Until now. Rumors began swirling when Peter posted a cryptic photo of him on a yacht with a blonde woman whose face was conveniently turned away. The caption read, "Some journeys bring you back where you started, only to find it's not the same at all." Bachelor Nation exploded. Is that Hannah Brown? Peter, no way! Plot twist, he's dating Hannah's clone. The secret meeting in Destin. What fans didn't know was that Peter and Hallie had met months earlier. Not on TV, not on Instagram, but in the skies. Peter was flying a chartered private jet for a VIP client in Destin, Florida. Hallie was the assigned flight attendant. As fate would have it, the trip was delayed due to weather. Peter and Hallie were stuck in a hotel for 2 nights, and they talked. At first, Hallie was amused. "You're Peter Weber, right?" she asked, grinning. He winced. "Depends. Am I the villain or the heartthrob today?" They laughed. For once, there were no cameras, no producers whispering suggestions, no staged moments, just 2 people and a spark. Internet sleuths go wild. Once the paparazzi got their first real photo of Hallie and Peter having lunch in LA, Bachelor Nation sleuths did what they do best. TikTok exploded with side-by-side comparisons. Look at this video from 2018. Hallie Brooks was already being called Hannah's twin before The Bachelorette aired. Is Peter trolling us or manifesting his dream girl? People debated whether it was creepy, cute, or fate. But one thing was clear. Peter Weber had the internet's full attention again. And Hannah Brown reacts. Naturally, all eyes turned to Hannah Brown. She was now engaged to a non-Bachelor Nation guy, a former football player named Jacob. When asked during an interview on Chicks in the Office how she felt about Peter's new girlfriend, Hannah sipped her iced coffee and smiled. "She looks like me. Good for him, I guess," she said, adding with a laugh, "I hope he's less dramatic this time." She then followed Hallie on Instagram, and fans took that as either shady or supportive, depending on which cam they were in. Is this for real? Insiders close to Peter confirmed the relationship was very real. He's obsessed with her, but not in a weird copy-paste way, a source said. He says she challenges him. She's not afraid to tell him when he's being too much. Hallie, for her part, was aware of the comparisons. In an Instagram Q&A, she addressed it head-on. "Yes, I've heard I look like Hannah Brown. I think she's beautiful. But I promise you, I'm just me. And Peter likes me for me." Still, the question remained, was this relationship a redemption arc or another round of déjà vu? Family matters. Meeting Peter's mom, Barb, was never going to be easy. Fans remember Barb crying on live TV, begging Peter not to choose Madison, and proclaiming her love for Hannah Ann. She was team anyone but drama. So when Peter brought Hallie home, he braced for turbulence. To everyone's surprise, she loved her. "She's grounded, she knows what she wants, and she's Southern. I always loved the Southern girls," Barb gushed in a family vlog. Jack, Peter's brother, joked, "Just make sure she's not actually related to Hannah B. That would be awkward." The ex-encounter. It was bound to happen. At a charity gala in Nashville, Peter, Hallie, and Hannah Brown were all invited. Cue the headlines. Peter Weber, current and former Hannah's in same room. Photos showed Hannah giving Hallie a warm hug. Sources said they had a 5-minute chat, laughing about how many people mistook them for each other. "Honestly, it was weird, but also kind of full circle," Hannah later said in a podcast. "Life's too short to hold grudges. If he's happy, I'm happy." Peter later told Us Weekly, "Seeing the 2 of them talk felt like some alternate universe, but it was also healing, like a chapter closing." Red carpet debut. Peter and Hallie made it official at the ACM Awards, walking the red carpet together. Her sparkling emerald gown stunned fans. His bow tie matched her eyes. Photographers went wild. When asked by E if he was ready to settle down, Peter smiled. "I think I finally learned to land the plane." And Hallie? She simply added, "We're not rushing anything, but I've never felt this scene before." Critics and clarity. Despite the fairy tale vibes, the criticism came hard. "He's just dating her because she looks like Hannah. He can't stop living in the past." But Peter clapped back in a rare Instagram story rant. I've dated people who look nothing like Hannah. This isn't about a face, it's about a connection. Please don't reduce Hallie to a clone. She's brilliant, funny, kind, and knows every aircraft in the existence. How could I not fall? Hallie reposted it with a simple caption. Say it louder, Captain. The surprise flight. For their 1-year anniversary, Peter surprised Hallie with a private flight to Paris, piloted by him. Over champagne and city lights, he gave her a letter instead of a ring. I've given out roses for the wrong reasons before. This time, I'm giving you my full heart. No show, no edits, just us. Hallie cried. And fans, they cried too. The proposal we didn't see coming. 2 months later, Peter and Hallie flew to Santorini for a summer escape. There, on a balcony overlooking the Aegean Sea, Peter finally asked, "Will you co-pilot life with me?" And Hallie, smiling through tears, whispered, "Yes, Captain." And Hannah Brown's postscript. A week after the proposal went viral, Hannah Brown posted a heartfelt note on Instagram. Funny how life works out. I loved Peter once, and maybe I still do, as a friend, but watching him with Hallie, I see peace, and that's all we ever really want for the people we care about. Besides, I already have my forever. Final words. Bachelor Nation had seen breakups, blindsides, and betrayals. But this time, it wasn't about roses or ratings. It was about a man who finally left the past behind and found something real in the most unexpected place. And sure, maybe she looked like someone he once loved. But in the end, Hallie was no one's twin. She was the one.